Shalom and good day, all. This is Tehillim29 back again for another indie and Marvel comic reviews. As you can see here, I happen to have King Spawn, which is connected to, of course, McFarlane, but also what's happening with the first issue of The Punisher, which is written by Benjamin Percy, who has actually written some really good things over at DC Comics. But I also learned too that Patrick Gleason may have actually done some pages in this as well. And if it's one thing that I can suggest to Patrick Gleason's that you check out, of course, his work alongside Peter J. Tomasi, not only on Superman, Batman and Robin, but also the early Super Sons related stuff too. I'll now get things ready and organized for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So, moving into first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough, it does, to which I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Next is the area of the internal art, as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what is happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we have Spawn himself, who has taken captive a character, and he's actually looking for a particular demon, to which he knows that this demon has a connection to this character, who we know as the name as Demon. Not Demon, Dylan. Correction there. And he's sort of like bringing him into, I guess, a zone which he has personal control over. As the story continues, he pushes Dylan to basically search inside himself and look for anything that might not look right to him. So it's really nice to see how Al Simmons is taking on this situation. And we also get to see how this character went full villain under his possession. And last but not least, Spawn leaves him. For the internal art, I give a 7.5 out of 10, even though it is drawing so close to issue 50. And I hope that issue 50, I don't know what to expect from it yet, but I hope they continue with the artist that was on this one. For all I know, they might choose to change the artist. Next is the area of the story, which consists of reference, considering how far we are, or comic book reference, time, location, and cast. First is the area of reference, to which we didn't get any references to any of the previous issues. So this feels like maybe a small filler issue in relation to a character to which Spawn is looking for by the name of Balgoz. Next is the area of time, to which we have time passes and also laser being used. Next is the location, to which we know as the Death House. Now, I think this is the actual zone, or this is the actual zone which Spawn has control over, and he's able to basically bring anyone into it by the looks of things, and basically use it for a way to investigate and maybe interrogate them. Whether he chooses to lets them live or die afterwards, I guess that's up to him in the story. Next is the cast of characters, consisting of Spawn, Dylan, and Balgoz. The overall rating is a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move on to The Punisher, issue 1. So, as we move on to The Punisher, issue 1, does this cover in any way, shape, or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Yes, it does, which I give it a 7 out of 10, because we do actually get to see Frank Castle in some way kick some enemy ass, and it's certainly nice to see that. And with also the return of his main shirt, not this crappy, shitty one that Jason Aaron gave him. As the story begins, or as we move into the area of the internal art, we have a look around the beginning, middle, of course, the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. And this being the beginning, we get to see Frank Castle after a certain event has taken place, and yes, the place is awry with a lot of fire. Next, we get to see the character of the King, Tombstone, not Kingpin, and what he's actually presently involved in right now. And last but not least, towards the end, at which we learn that Kingpin has basically put a David Fraudloni inhibitor chip into the Punisher to use him as a weapon for himself. So for the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Next is the area of the story. First things first, was there anything time-wise? No, there wasn't. Next is the area of the locations that we got to see within the story. We had the New York Harbor, we had a church, and we also got to visit the area of Brooklyn in the story. Last but not least, the key main characters that made an appearance in this story were Frank Castle, the Punisher, the Kingpin, and last but not least, Tombstone. For my overall rating, it is a 6.5 out of 10. I will be checking out some of the additional issues of this, so depending on how the series goes, who knows, it might be a next ongoing series that I might choose to not only review but also follow. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.